Toronto real estate market is in weird situation again. Here's the pulse check of the Toronto real estate market for the month of August 2024. The condos are facing the highest number of listings in the market, and the low-rise segment is acting differently depending on the price range and the location of the property. I'm going to show you why. Here you can see the Toronto Real Estate Board's monthly stat, and it comes out every month, and it's based on the number of sales and activities in that month. You can see here we're going back to June 2021 because I wanted to show you why we're here and how we got here. As you know, March 2022 was the peak of the market, so the average sale price for downtown condo, or like City of Toronto condo market, which majority of them are in downtown, you can see how the average sales price had increased almost just a shy of $820,000. So if you were a seller and you'd sold your condo at the peak, good for you. But if you were to sell your condo and move up to your next property, you probably have bought it also at the peak. So when the average sale price got to this point, it was when the Bank of Canada actually started to increase the interest rates because obviously inflation was to the roof, and that's how it affected the market. And as you see, it just fell off the cliff and kind of went down again till December, which is typically the lowest. Activities are always happening in December, and in March of 2023 again it kind of peaked, and that was due to the fact that there was the banking issue in US, and that kind of affected Canada as well. And although the interest rates hadn't changed, but the 5-year fixed mortgage rates had dropped to somewhere around 4.5. That's when people actually start to have more purchasing power and markets start to peak. And the prices kind of increased for 15% in a 90-day period, which is not healthy in any given condition. And that's when Bank of Canada started to increase the rates again, and you see the effect here. It kind of fell off the cliff again, and it went sideways. Again, March of 2024, we had some increase, we had some activities, and that caused the average sale price to increase from $720,000 to $760,000. It kind of went sideways and it started to fall down again, although this is when Bank of Canada will start to cut interest rates. But you see how it affected, and the average sales price have decreased, and I'll show you why. Next slide is the number of sales. Again, March, when the market had peaked, there was the highest number of sales, almost 2,000 condos in Toronto were exchanging hands, fell down, went up again because of the banking issue, fell down again, kind of went up again, and as you see here, we are kind of on a decline, and I'll show you why. This chart shows the active listings for the condos in the City of Toronto. As you see here, on December, the active listing went down, and obviously that's when there's less activities in December. It went up again, kind of made its way through. But look here, from December 2023, the active listings had skyrocketed in June 2024 and reached to all-time high of just shy of 6,000 condos in downtown Toronto. I mean, in the City of Toronto, and again, because majority of the condos is located in downtown, that's why we, typically everybody just, when talks about condos, it's majority downtown. But this is why that the number of sales has dropped, as well as the prices, because there's quite a bit of units available in the market, so buyers do have a lot more choices. And obviously, when you have a lot more inventory than the market can absorb, prices will start to come down. On the next slide, I wanted to show you the average sale price for the low-rise segment. Again, similar to the condos, back in March 2020, it peaked up to almost just shy of $2 million for an average house in Toronto. That is crazy. And similar to condos again, it went down because of Bank of Canada started to increase rates, and it kind of went sideways, up again because of that banking issue, dropped down again because, again, Bank of Canada started to increase rate again, went kind of sideways, went up again in March, and it's going down again. So you can imagine, if you had sold your detached home that you had lived in for 20 years, you had tons of equity in it, and in March 2022, good for you. You've done pretty well. And if that's when you actually started to think about downsizing and were able to snatch a unit somewhere like here, because by the time you sell and start to look for new condos and you ended up buying a condo here, boy, you've done pretty well. This is why the Toronto real estate market is acting weirdly, and as you see, in a short period of time, in 3 years, see how many ups and downs we had. So it's very important, make sure that you understand what is going on in the Toronto real estate market. If you're in the market, if you're a seller thinking about selling, upsizing or downsizing, or if you're a buyer trying to get into the market or move up the property ladder, this is the data that you need to be looking at. And I want to know what's your opinion about what is going to happen in the next 3 months in the Toronto real estate market. I hope this information was useful. We provide educational material about Toronto real estate market, and we want to make sure that you are well educated when you want to make your next move in the real estate. You can reach out to me using the link down below and book a discovery call so we can have a chat and see how I can help you in your next real estate move. Thank you very much.